Hello, I'm Carrie Millspaugh. I am the president of Abundant Living by KLM, and I do truly create vibrant health to women all around the world, and I make them more balanced, and that's what we're going to talk about today. How to achieve balance, and what does that really look like? Balancing your wellness wheel is a combination of many things, and some people aren't sure what a wellness coach is, and this is something that we are experts in creating balance throughout your life. There's so many moving parts. You can see 6 actual divided parts in your wellness wheel on the screen: intellectual, physical, emotional, occupational, spiritual, and social. And clearly we all have these moving parts within our bodies, lives. So think of your experience with a flat tire. So I want you to visualize what that wellness wheel looks like and visualize it now as a tire. How well that tire work for you if it's flat? So it makes it very difficult to steer. If anyone's had a blowout literally on the middle of a freeway, you know that you have to instantly pull over to the side of the road. Well, that can happen in your life as well, and you'll find yourself kind of stuck on I-215 or wherever a freeway is in your life that you're going to have to call roadside assistance. And that's where our wellness coach comes into play. So visualize your life literally being that blown out tire, and you need to pull over and call it quits to make it obviously go in a better direction. So flat tires obviously make the ride really bumpy, can make your life very bumpy, can make steering difficult, cause an accident. But more importantly, more than anything, it causes you to not reach your destination. And that's what a very unbalanced life will do. You'll be pulling at you in many different directions. You'll never feel like you're in control, and you'll never feel like you're getting anywhere. So how do you define health and wellness? To me, health is truly feeling good every morning. You open your eyes, you're laying in bed, you're looking at the beautiful sunshine coming in through the window, and you can't wait to start your day. That's a good way to describe wellness. I look at it as I feel good. I want to go somewhere. If someone asks me to take a bike ride, I'm not thinking, oh, but my bum knee will, hurt and bother me all day, or I just don't know if I'm up for it. I can't really ride past a mile. That's not true healthy physical activity. I like to embrace activities, and that's a good sign that I have a lot of natural health in my life and that I'm healthy and physically healthy. Wellness as well as mentally wellness is a big deal of how mentally strong you are. How do you handle things? So we're going to go a little bit deeper into what that looks like. So what does it look like for you? What does health and wellness look like for you? How do you define it? How I define it is having balance, of course. Wellness also equals absence of illness. You're feeling good. Occasionally, yes, you get a cold or something comes up and you've got the flu, or it didn't seem to pass you this one time around, unfortunately. But more importantly, for the most part, you're not sick all the time. You have better, happier, healthier days than you do sick days in a year. And of course, growth. And I'm not just talking about growing as children to adults. I'm talking about self-growth, mentally growing, mentally changing, and emotionally growing as well. So the aspects again of who we are, let's go through them again because I'm going to divide them up into sections: social, spiritual, emotional, occupational, which is also your career, intellectual, and of course my favorite, physical. To mention one is your social wellness. What does that mean exactly, Carrie? Well, that actually means your relationships. Are you connected with your community? Do you belong to a church? Are you a part of, your groups around you? Do you have interaction with friends? Do you guys belong to anything in particular? You and your family or your loved ones belong to certain groups within your community that stand for certain things. When you're connected to the community and you're connected with others and the relationships that you have, you feel like you matter. You've got a purpose now, and your community thrives on you. Maybe it's your children's school activities. Maybe you volunteer at your church to teach Sunday school. It's a way to feel truly connected, and this is when I thrive the most. This is the one area I'll admit myself I need to work on more. To mention two, your spiritual wellness. Whether you believe in a higher power or not, that's up to you. It has nothing to do with me or my personal beliefs. But the key thing is to find that purpose. Whether you believe or not, is to plug in. Maybe it is going to a church, maybe it's doing yoga, maybe it's meditating, Maybe it's just spiritually working with other people that are also spiritually based, just like you. Surround yourself with the same people that have the same values and morals as you do, and connect with that higher source. I firmly believe in a higher power. I believe that there is so much more than just us existing on this planet. And I truly desire to plug into my higher power and spiritual source every day. And that is huge. For a while there, I kind of lost track of that, and I lost my own spiritual plug, my balance in that area. So it is definitely the ability to establish peace and harmony, and of course, discover more meaning and purpose in your life. And those that I see that just have this missing altogether in their life have a really hard time getting that full balanced aspect. Dimension 3, emotional wellness. This is where your feelings and emotions and reactions come into play. This is the dimension where you're in touch with your feelings and all of the emotions, sorrow, joy, love, and so on. And this dimension actually helps us cope with emotional changes in life. Maybe you've lost a job or a loved one, or you need to move across town, or your daughter's switching schools, or something came up at work and now you have an extra 40 hours you need to work this week. Being emotionally well is all by itself a topic I could cover in hours on, and learning how to deal with emotions. Where do they come from? A lot of the time we're operating off of triggers and things that are actually hurting us because it's an old emotion, something from our past. And we take it out on the newer people in our lives when in actuality, it wasn't them that hurt us all those years ago. So emotional wellness is something I like to work on and develop as well, so you can handle what life throws at you without spinning out of control. Occupational wellness is a huge one. In fact, it's almost as important as your physical wellness. What you do for a living, if you spend at least a minimum of 40 hours a week at work, can wear or tear you apart. It can also give you life. When you find a purpose and find what you love to do, I absolutely love wellness coaching. Nothing makes me feel more alive than when I'm helping other people and working and creating healthy lives. So that gives me life. It actually fires me up. When you're working in an environment for 40 plus hours a week that's not doing that, it's doing the opposite, it's actually pulling you backwards, it's going to throw off your balance wheel. You're going to feel empty or a big void in that area of your life. So occupational wellness has a lot to do with your skills, finance, your balance, your satisfaction, your career. Of course, again, where you are mentally strong and feel gifted with your skills and so on. This dimension involves finding fulfillment in your job and knowing that it has meaning. Nothing feels better than knowing what you're going to work every day. Someone actually cares what you do, appreciates you, and there was a purpose why and a reason why you got out of bed today, and that someone would have noticed if you hadn't. That's a great feeling all by itself. It's also the ability to establish balance between work and leisure time. So I keep going back to 40 hours a week. I encourage less work, to be honest. 30 or so hours as a nice work-life balance. And if you can happily do that, that's awesome. If you're going above 40 hours a week, you need to stop and check yourself. What's more important and what kind of messages are you sending out there to the universe? Are you telling the universe that your job's more important than your family or your loved ones or your health? You got to be careful with what you're doing in your actions. Dimension 5 is intellectual wellness. This is your critical thinking part, your creativity, your curiosity, your ability to grow. I'm a self-help guru. Oh my Lord, I must have 7 books on my nightstand right now. At all times, I am learning something new. I love to grow. I love to see insight. I love to expand who I am. This is the dimension that considers the desire to be a lifelong learner. If you're not growing, you're dead. Isn't that the truth? So it's ability to be open to new experiences and ideas in order to continue growing. So are you someone that is a lifelong learner? When was the last time you read a book, watched a video, took a course, dance lesson, maybe a college course, just to learn something new, Put some use to those brain cells that are slowly dying away in your noggin, Spark some more new life into there. Last one, my favorite, dimension 6, physical wellness. This is your body, your nutrition, your healthy habits. It's how you eat. It's how you exercise. It's how you see your body. That is so important. How do you view your health? This dimension considers overall health and what you need to do to maintain a healthy quality of life. It is the ability to take charge of your health by making conscious decisions to be healthy. That's the biggest one. Consciously decide to be healthy. So activities, exercise, deciding to go for a walk that day, or take the stairs instead of the elevator, or actually eat that organic food and the whole foods, and bypassing the donuts and the additional sugary foods that seem to pull at us, is telling the universe, I deserve better. I want to live in this body for a long time, and I want it to feel good every day. I want my body to actually feel alive, not just exist. So physical wellness is huge. This one in particular, when this one's taken away, when your health goes downhill, all the other 5 go with it. Unfortunately, this is probably the most important out of all 6 cylinders, literally, to run on. When your health goes away, your job leaves. I have many friends that have had chronic disease in their life, and you can ask them if you don't believe me. This one's so important. Without your health, you really don't have much. No money amount in the bank can save your health. You've got to take care of your body. You only get one. So I want you to take an assessment. In fact, I'll include an assessment wheel that I use with my clients particularly, and give you access to that. You can find it and take a quick little assessment today just to see where your balance wheel is. Are you a number 10 in every area? That'd be awesome. That means you're smooth sailing, guys. No bumpy ride coming up. If you're not, then those are the voids and the little areas that are gapped that you need to work on first, so you can be running on all 6 cylinders again. So contact me to get that assessment today if you're interested in learning exactly what areas of life you need to work on. It's a fully detailed questionnaire that will help you get a clear picture of how your life is running. So let's start creating the life you love today. I mean, what are you waiting for? Everyone needs some work somewhere at some point in their life to run on all 6 cylinders and to have a very smooth ride. Overall, that's the key to a happy, balanced life that a wellness coach can get you to. Thank you for watching, and be sure to start living out loud today.